Tormek booth, Blade Show 2017, and if you've been watching the channel for a while, you've seen the videos. I've done 3 videos on the Tormek, and in the comments, we usually get a lot of positive, and we get some people who don't necessarily believe in the value of the Tormek. So one of the things that I cover often is how you can actually make money with this, and how a lot of people do. So every year, Tormek brings Terry here. Terry, thank you for meeting with us.
Hey, my pleasure.
And this is what Terry does for a living, and he uses the Tormek. So, Terry, how long have you been doing this with Tormek?
It's 13 and a half years this month on the Tormek. I still have my original machine.
Now, which one do you have that you still, the T?
No, it doesn't start with a T.
Okay.
It was called Super Prime.
Okay.
And it's an old iron chassis. A lot of the same components that the new one has. But, they've made lots of improvements on the machine since then. But the basic machine is the same.
Let's boil it down to maybe a year, and then we'll transpose that to 14 years. How many knives do you sharpen a year?
Probably somewhere in the order of 2,000 to 3,000
a year.
Yeah.
So you have that same device for 14 years, and you've sharpened 2,000 to 3,000 knives a year. And this is what you do for a living, right? You don't do anything else other than that. Tell me your decision making. What made you choose the Tormek? We're here, and there's a lot of options.
Oh yeah.
What made you choose Tormek?
I went to Woodcrafter, and I said, let's see what Woodcrafter sells for sharpening equipment. And the only thing they had on their website was this thing. And I said, gotta be good. So I went on eBay, found one used, bought it. I said, I'll give this thing a go,
Now, is that the same one you still have?
Yeah.
So you bought it used,
I bought it used.
and you've had it for 14 years.
In 2003.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, do you only sharpen knives, or do you sharpen... Okay, so one of the things that I've never shown on any of the videos is all the other things that this can sharpen. I just show knives, because that's what I'm passionate about. I don't do woodworking or anything like that. So talk to me about some of the other things that you sharpen on this, and why it's a good choice for that.
The obvious primary thing you sharpen with this thing is knives, because everybody has it. 70% of my business is knives, sharpening knives. 15% of the business is scissors.
Really?
There are a lot of people out there still making their own clothes, that make stuff for their kids. They just do sewing as a like a hobby.
Yep.
Kitchen scissors. It does all kinds of scissors except the really fancy Italian, not Italian, but the Japanese and Korean salon scissors.
Okay.
That take specialized equipment.
Now, is there a special jig? What do you use for that?
There's a scissors jig.
There's a scissor jig.
You can't.
Simple enough, right?
Yes. You cannot screw up. Well, you can't screw up, but they make it simple.
Now, what else? So scissors.
The next most popular thing I do is gardening tools. So things like hand pruners.
Yeah.
Small axes, hatchets, equipment for...
So while you're on the note about the hatchets, the other thing that I get all the time is that this only does hollow grinds, and that doesn't work for hatchets and things like that. So tell me, is that true, and why or why not?
Well, this does a hollow ground.
Yep.
I defy you to measure the depth of that hollow ground, because it's almost imperceptible.
Yep.
I consider it a flat edge because it's so close to being flat.
And that's because of the size of the wheel,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Another thing you told me that I found very interesting is people actually fly in from all over the world, right, to train with you on this unit, because you've been doing it for so long. So not only can you make money sharpening and actually using this for a living, but you show people now how to do this, and they've chosen this because they realize the value of it.
Well, and part of the reason I do that is because once I got this machine figured out, which took me a while, there are a lot of subtleties in using it. If you're used to using tools and you're not afraid to mess around with stuff, take you on your own 3 to 6 months to really get your arms around what really appealed to me and why I decided to kind of share this machine with other people is the incredible precision.
Yeah.
You know, the edges you can put on things is, you know, would embarrass the original makers of the product. You know, they go, wow, this guy puts a better edge on than we can.
Yeah.
And that's absolutely true. So it's quality. And that's what drove me to start training people. Is, you know, there's a lot of opportunities out here to kind of recycle, reuse, and refurbish stuff. You know, and knives is a big thing.
Yeah.
You don't go in the store, buy a knife, and use it for 3 weeks and
throw it away. Yeah.
You know,
Well, we were talking on the drive down here, and I mentioned the price to my cameraman here, my buddy. And, you know, the first thing that everybody does is they're like, it's a little bit of a shock. And I said, well, wait a minute. And he goes, I could buy 3 knives for that. And I said, yeah, but then how are you going to sharpen them? You know? And think about it. Yes, you could buy 3 knives. So let's say you're buying 3 $250 knives, right? But some people buy 3 $1,500 knives or $2,000 or $10,000 chef knives. And they don't necessarily want to trust it to some of the other little, you know, gadgets that we see here. And so that's why I think that's what makes this unique. It's repeatable, it's reliable.
The other thing about it is because of the nature of the way it operates. You know, it's turning at 90 RPM. And I bump my hand against it all the time. You can't even purchase it on this thing. And it's the same way with the knife. You put a knife on it, and it's all finger pressure.
It's forgiving too, right?
It's not extremely forgiving, and you're using finger pressure to take a little bit of steel, whereas if somebody else is recreating an edge, creating a new edge, then you're taking off way more steel than you need to.
And on a knife that may cost $1,500, that you definitely don't want to make that mistake. So a lot of the guys that comment in the videos, they talk about the work sharp and how fast it is and how it's only $125. And I'm like, yeah, but I can't tell you how many horror stories there are of people taking the edges and rounding the edges off their blades and taking more material than's necessary. That thing, and by the time you buy as many belts on that to sharpen as many as you can on this, you're going to spend $700 anyway. So on a single stone, how many knives would you say you get?
I get between 500 and 700 knives.
On a single stone.
On a single stone.
And so I heard the story earlier, and correct me if I'm wrong, you could probably push the stone even further.
Yes.
That only takes about 1.5 inches to 2 inches off.
I only go down to 200 millimeters. It starts off at 250, so I'm taking 50 millimeters off, which is roughly just under 2 inches.
Yep. And you could push the limits and probably take it further.
I could, yes.
You could probably sharpen 700 knives if you didn't have that attention to detail that you obviously have to have.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Excellent. Well, anything else that you want to share before we sign off?
Once people have used really sharp knives, they will be back.
Excellent. Well, Terry, thank you so much for your time. So, guys, I hope that puts some of the rumors to bed as far as that you can't make money off of this. This was not set up. Literally, Terry's here every year at this booth, and I just asked him, hey, can I interview him? Can I talk to him about how he does this and how long he's been doing it? And that the fact that he still has the same machine from so long ago is just incredible. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Lots more videos to come, and we'll see you on the next one.